on this hike today, I came across, finally, the crashed airplanes that are up here. So, or at least one of them. I heard there was two, and I've looked for them for a couple of years now, 3 years almost. Today I found them, so we will have a look at that here shortly. But anyway, let's take a look at this hike. Baseline Road. Hey guys, welcome back. So I am on my 4th annual Mt.Baldy Christmas Day hike, and this year is a little bit unfortunate. There is basically no snow here. There's that little patch of snow. I guess a few days ago it snowed a tiny bit, and that's been it this whole year. Usually on Christmas Day this mountain is covered with snow. There's snow in the parking lot, and I have to wear ice spikes on my shoes and be super prepared, and it's not even that cold today. I'm actually quite a bit overdressed. Should still be fun. It's a beautiful hike. Last few times I've been here, I've just been to run, but I haven't taken a time to just chill out, enjoy the nature for a little bit. But speaking of running, I actually got a running vest, like a hydration vest, that I took a lot of video of and did a review, which I will be posting here soon. I know it's not my typical build video, but I always figure when I've got a few moments to contribute something, I may as well do it, because those reviews for me have been very handy when other people do them. So hopefully I'm giving back to somebody. We'll see here. But anyway, let's get back to the hike. It is considerably warmer than I think anybody was anticipating. You can see I have stripped off most of my wintry kind of clothes. I actually have thermals on under my pants, and they are gross sweaty right now. And I'm catching up with the hikers up there, and all of them have stripped down all of their jackets and everything. So all of us are carrying backpacks full of unnecessary gear. Just arrived at the ski hut, which is like, I don't know, 2.5 miles in, but it's a lot of elevation gain from the parking lot to here. And it puts us right at the bottom of the Baldy Bowl. After we leave here, we'll hike through those woods, up that ridge, and then up and beyond is where the summit is. But I gotta stop because I expected to have a hoodie on and all the stuff, so I didn't put sunblock everywhere. So I need to apply some sunblock. I am in the wooded section that I pointed out from the ski hut, and I don't know if it gets on camera really, but you see how steep the side of this mountain is. And there's a bunch of switchbacks here that like wind up and down to come up here. But in the wintertime, when there's tons of snow, basically people just hike straight up. And kind of where this groove is that comes up becomes a trail straight up the ice. And when you get right about to that tree, it is really, really steep. And when you're on the snow, it is the scarier parts, because you have this long way to slide and probably hit a tree, something fun like that. And I just thought of this, but on the other side of this ridge, there's apparently a couple of crashed airplanes from a long time ago. Since it's not snowing today, I might go explore. So see if we can find some airplane parts. All right, guys, I am not sure, but there are some strange things. I don't know if you can see this in the camera down there, and a couple of weird looking parts down there. And I wonder if those are the plane pieces. So we're gonna hike down there and check it out. A little bit steep coming down, but those are definitely airplane parts. Looks like a piece of the fuselage and the wing, maybe even part of the cockpit. Ugh. Yeah, there's pieces all over the place here. I think this is the piece I saw from up top. Looks maybe like a radiator or something. Yeah, it's a big chunk of some kind of cooling part. There's my phone. I guess I'm getting signal here. That's interesting. There's another piece up there in the shrubs. I'll check it out on the way back up. Yeah, there's parts everywhere. Someone's broken hiking stick. Piece of the wing, looks like one of the hinges. And this is maybe the tail. Yeah, it looks like the tail section right here. Wow, this is crazy. Bunch of writing on here. Dan Downey, 2006. Wild Bill, 1994. There's another piece way down there. We'll go down and check that out. There's just debris scattered all through the bushes over here. Really interesting. All right, we got another big chunk of wing here. Obviously very fragile. Has all the, so crazy, all the hinges and everything still work. But the last part I was looking at is right up there, and the previous piece up there, and there's parts way up there. So it's all over the place. I'm gonna just get another little view here to see if, oh, there's another part down there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I've just hiked down like 500 feet from where I was at. There's more pieces over this way too. So another big chunk of wing by the looks of it. Crazy. That looks like an engine part down here. Oh boy, that is a heavy part. That is definitely an engine part. Wow, is this where the propellers are mounted? This might be the, I don't know, I can't tell. Big cool tree right there. And there's another huge piece of plane way down there. I'm not going to hike down to it, but there's looks like a whole piece of wing down there. So yeah, I assume that the snow just pushes it down every year further and further. So yeah, big chunk down there. Or maybe that's a piece of the other plane. If there is two planes, again, I'm under the impression there's two planes up here from what I've heard. That could be a full second wing from this plane though. But anyway, let's get to the summit while there's still time. And here's the other bits that were a little bit higher up the hill. So I'm on my way back up to the top. Maybe we could check these out. Wow. Looks like a piece of the landing gear. That is freaking cool. I love on the aircraft bolts how they drill these little holes through, and then they run wire to keep the pieces from slipping out. My grandfather has like jars and jars and jars of these kind of drilled nuts and bolts that you can lock off with a piece of wire. Here's in the inside, see this? Wow, that is a burly piece of metal right there. And I'm sure there's more of these parts around. As I go up the hill, I'll see them. So I'm hiking back up from the parts way down there, and sure enough, there's another big chunk of the plane right up there. I don't know if that's the second plane, if there even is a second plane, or if it's more than saying there might even be another piece up there. Wow. All right, let's go explore. Even more. So this looks like a bit more of an important piece, but definitely another landing gear. Looks like part of the wing. Maybe this is just part of where the cockpit used to be. Because wow, there's a whole big cheap piece of landing gear. So here are two landing gear. I'm assuming this is right underneath the cockpit. Man, this must have been a super bad day for some people. Holy cow. I'm actually surprised there's this much of this plane still up here, the amount of people that hike by. It turns out I've hiked literally right here on this trail that runs like just above these bushes, and probably hiked right past this and didn't realize it because it was snowing last time I was here. All these really awesome linkages everywhere. Maybe a piece of a canopy, maybe. Yeah, it looks like a piece of a canopy. Any more up there? I'm sure there is. Wow. Yeah, this is probably the biggest, definitely the most gnarly looking piece. So it looks like this was, again, the bottom of the plane, the two landing gears. There's this one is still almost intact minus the tire. And then that one's missing a big piece. And then down there where we were earlier, that other piece way down there, is where I found the third landing gear that was probably closer to the tail. Really, really fascinating. If you want to see the plane crash, come up the ski hut trail. There's a sign on the right, old sign, Baldy Bowl, and a new sign for the ski hut on this trail. But all the plane wreckage is down here. So if you look at the sign, right behind it down this way, look around, you can start seeing the pieces. Getting close to the summit. That's the last of the trees. After that, smooths out, and there is the top of the mountain. And here's the view behind us. Very beautiful. If you're up here and you want to find the plane parts, they are down that way. Made it, finally. Made it to the top. It's actually kind of cold up here, so I can actually put a little bit of clothes back on. On the way back down now, it is noticeably cooler when you're not straining to go uphill. Take a look here. There's a lot of haze out in the distance. There's a tiny little bit of snow. You might be able to see that white patch over there, and I think that's man-made snow at the ski lodge. This is way scarier in the snow. Fake snow. Here's the ski area, and what the hell? It looks like they took out my bell. Every time I come up here, I ring this big bell that they used to have here, and I do not see it. I wonder if they took it away. Maybe they moved it. That's unfortunate. So it looks like there actually is a little bit of snow left. It looks terrible. Better than no snow. So this is typically the last part of the trail. This goes for probably over a mile. You can see it winding its way down there, all the way around. And I've got to go pretty far around, and then I take a shortcut down to that parking lot way down there. Anyway, thanks guys for stopping by and checking out the video, and welcome to my almost 900 new subscribers that I picked up in the last 10 days. That's pretty crazy. Now, if you're new to my channel, you have to realize that typically I make videos about building stuff. I either make stuff on camera or I talk about things that I worked on so I can kind of go over the process, maybe give some people some ideas. Every once in a while I will do a review, or I'll go outside and do something and cover it. And by review I mean not just movies, but like something that I bought, or if I go somewhere interesting I will try to get video of the hotel room that I stayed in, because those things I find very, very handy. But anyway, check out this view. Pretty cool. So, calling it. Later, guys.